Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 3 of my Colonial Expanse Let's Play Season 2 up in the mountains in my Dwarven Keep. In the last episode I got a bit sidetracked and a bit derailed, but hey, that's my life. Don't mind little buddy down there. He's just doing what he does best. In this episode we venture down into the deep and have a look at the town hall. Now the town hall is gigantic in Dwarven Keep, but in caves it's a bit smaller, so it's entirely possible that I will be alternating between caves and Dwarven Keep. Actually, I might just have a quick look. Now, we'll go town hall, cave, level 1. Does that fit into a... not that one. Chunk. Like, well, at all. Probably not, right? There we go. Nah, looks like it's 2 blocks short in that direction. Slightly smaller than a chunk. Fits into a chunk not poorly. We could put it in a chunk like 1 block aside. So, there's that. But without further ado... oh yeah, I found some bread in the wagon. Oh, shit. Like I said, the most important thing on caves is lighting up the area around you. Yeah. Anyway, what I am going to do is start digging these stairs down into the basement. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm filming this around Christmas, so a few things are going to change. Some things are going to be Christmassy. Oh. No, I got a single arrow, or 2 arrows. I didn't get a bone. I do have a bone though. Can I use this bone? I can. Look at that. I would love a pumpkin, because that means I can get infinite snow. Which may not sound like a problem I have, but hey. Once I get a bucket, I can convert these into like the modded saplings, and then I can farm those. But anyway, without further ado, I'm going to mine down into the depths. Hi everyone, Future Fifth here. I'm gonna leave this in the video because it's kind of funny to me, but I came up and noticed that one of the pumpkins was grown in between of mining the tunnel, so I wanted to make a infinite ice or snow generator, sorry. And a really simple way of doing that, well, I thought it was really simple, is just to put 2 snow down and throw a pumpkin on top. Now, as you'll see shortly, doesn't quite work like that. Now, it took me a long time to figure this out, but apparently you need either a jack-o'-lantern or a carved pumpkin. I believe that was Minecraft 12.2 or sooner. But, well, now I know that. It took me a while to figure that out. So, eventually I actually Googled it. Now, the interesting thing about living up in the mountains, I now realize, is that you don't get any iron, because iron only spawns down below at the bottom of the world. Eventually I'll have to do an expedition to find some iron, otherwise I'm screwed. But yeah, anyway, enjoy me fumbling around and then eventually Googling it. Future Fifth here again. Welcome back from the music. Now, I found myself in this layer of ice and snow, and I decided that I might make a small farm there, since I can just get water from the ice. I haven't found much iron up in the mountains, which has led me to not being able to set up a farm or set up even shears to do the carved jack-o'-lantern. So you'll see that shortly. Now, the only reason I have the chunk grids there is to see where I'm trying to set up my village. I've decided to do it at the bottom of a Y chunk, which is the blue line you can see at the bottom of that right hand side wall. Anyway, I will throw you back to the music, and I hope you enjoy. what was hopefully a good time lapse. This is, I decided to clear out an entire chunk just as kind of a meeting area. I might put like a big entryway here, so that gives me space to have an entryway, walk through, and then town hall. Now that's where the town hall's going to sit, just set back slightly from the chunk, and if I expose the town hall block, where it is, I can place down the town hall. Now this is going to be a bit different with the building tool as opposed with the supply camp. That's the word. Supply camp upstairs, because if I click place down, all it is going to do is physically place the block so that you can visualize it with everything else in your town, and then you place down the block. Now if I right click on this, no nearby colonies found, you don't currently own a colony, do you want to create a new colony? I do. So when a new building gets created, it drops these blocks. Now for these ones, it's entirely possible they are on the surface, which is kind of funny. Now this shows kind of everything you can do in the town. This is the control for the town, worker hiring mode, yada yada yada. And this is my first resident. So as you can see, apparently she's sleeping upstairs, upright in the middle of nowhere. You can see open requests, that's like armor, tools, that kind of stuff. You can open their inventory. You can see their family, yada 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 yada. Hunger, social factor, negative. Well, she's unemployed and homeless. Guards in colony, none. Unemployment, none. Housing, none. And then all of those are neutral. So there's some food. Obviously, if you watch the last Let's Play that ended tragically, you'll know all of this, but for those who didn't, that's a brief rundown. Now, I have a few options. What I'm going to put down second is probably going to be the builder. Oh yeah, I set up a little farm. Is probably going to be the builder. Because if I don't set down the builder second, second citizen. If I don't set down the builder second, then, well, I need to set down the builder second, otherwise I can't, build anything. Now, if I look at the cave builder, it's not a bad kind of setup. Not too tall. And with the building tool out, you can see the final form of other buildings in the area. So, obviously, level 5 builder It's going to match that pretty well. That could go there pretty well. But then if I jump through to true dwarven, the builder apparently has a pantheon in true dwarven. I believe it's vaguely similar to the fortress setup. But the odd thing is, I did a bit of testing in another world, and if you line this up by chunk borders, the chunk border goes down here, and then that entryway is offset. The weird thing is, in the True Dwarven Town Hall, it's centered. So you'd have to offset one of them by 2, and it's not even like offset centered, it's like here. So you'd have to leave a lot of space. So what I might actually do, at first I thought the True Dwarven was going to be this fantastic solve all, look really good solution, and I am a fan,